Hey Chip, this is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Thanks for chatting with me earlier during B&I. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you. I'm running a little behind, but I'm shooting this to show you how your business stacks up against your competition online and to also give you some steps that you can take to improve things. So as Google crawls the web, it is really looking for three things: content, citations, and backlinks. So those are the things that I'm going to be talking about during this video. So when I'm talking about content, I am just referring to the words and images on your site. Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum, on the page to give it a really good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount is going to kind of depend on the competition and also the number of keywords that you want to rank for. So a keyword is really anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. Now I've got your website pulled up here, and I will say it's very bright, it's very engaging looking. I love that. I do love your guys' catchphrase too about we love cool people. But when I plug this into a word counter, I will tell you that it looks like it comes up at about 740 words. So there's definitely some room for growth there, and being able to add content so that Google has even more information about you. Let's take a look at what a typical Google search might look like. So I went to obviously my browser, typed in AC Repair Gainesville, Florida, because that's one of your key businesses. In fact, that's what your page name really is. The very first thing that you see in the title is AC Repair in Gainesville, Florida. But I wanted to see what comes up. So you can see that first what comes up is a map. So this map pack is being used by people more and more. Because it's just so darn easy, right? It gives you a ton of information kind of at a glance. It gives you the reviews. It gives you the kind of score for people's reviews. It shows you where you are on the map. And the way to get in here, and you really do want to be in these top three because, you know, most people will probably not hit the more businesses. Um, and by being in these top three, you'll see about a 40% increase in traffic over your organic results. So you want to be in here. So how you do that is you have a Google business page. You make sure that it is filled out as completely and accurately as possible. And you want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories as on the web as possible. That can be everything from Yelp and the Yellow Pages. I mean, even Facebook can count as a citation. Because that's what we call those. Every time that name, address, and phone number is in a directory, that is counted as a citation. And the more times that that happens, the more citations you have, the more power it gives your profile because Google finds you all over the internet and it can kind of travel back, right? And figure out like it's seeing you more and more and more, and it therefore it trusts you more and more. Now, below the map pack is what we call the organic results. Um, and all organic means in the sense is not paid. These are not advertisements. Um, Ideally, you want to be in the top three as well. So based on this Google search, I saw that you are not showing in the top three for the AC Repair Gainesville. And in the top three of the organic results, the first one is um, Mid Florida Air or midfla.com. And then this is a citation, this is a directory, so I don't really count that. Next one would be gatorrepair.com and then boundshvac.com. So those are the top three organic results. So you definitely want to kind of move up a little bit in that. So let's take a look at what your statistics look like. So when I am analyzing websites, I actually use a tool called RFs. This lets me compare websites regardless of um, industry, and all kinds of different factors. And so one of the things I can tell for your particular website is that you're getting about 328 visitors per month on average. Now that traffic is being driven from 83 keywords, and I can drill down and see what those words are. And the AC repair in Gainesville, Florida, that particular term is being searched 400 times per month. So that's a pretty good volume of the search term. And you guys are in the number 4 spot. So again, not bad, definitely on the first page, but you want to be in the top 3 if possible. So you just got a little bit of room to grow to get there. AC Repair Gainesville, Florida, again, That is 400 search volume. You're in position 5 for that. But in contrast, let's take a look at this mid FLA, heating and air, MF. So they are actually getting about 1.1 thousand, so about 1,100 visits per month. That's being driven off of 253 um, keywords. And when we drill down and look at that, we can see the AC Repair Gainesville, Florida, the same kind of term we looked at for you. Again, that 400 search volume, but they're in position 2. So because they're in position 2, they're getting 134 visits just from that keyword versus when we were looking at yours, because you were in position 4, AC Repair in Gainesville, Florida, you were getting 48. So you can see the difference in volume that ranking can make. And then if we look at Gator Air, they are getting about 400 visits, a little over 400 visits per month, and that's being driven from 60 keywords. And if we drill down and look at theirs, again, that AC Repair Gainesville, they're in position 4, so they're getting 45 visits per month. So just kind of gives you an idea. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is what we call backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlink text. These links act like an endorsement of your business or website from other business and websites. And so that again is a factor that Google uses to build trust because it sees these other businesses vouching for you. So it's kind of like a popularity contest where the person with the most wins, but not all links are created equal. So those that are relevant to your website will count more. So if it was, say, maybe a contractor or another air conditioning company, or maybe even someone that specializes in heating, like there could be any kind of thing. But as long as Google can kind of see that connection, they count that as relevant. And local links also work best. So when I'm looking at your site, that's one of the other things I look at is your backlink profile. So I can tell that you've got, for example, 36 different websites coming back to your particular website. But rather than concentrating on just the number, I look at kind of these strength scores. So these strength scores give weighted calculation to that. So they kind of measure how relevant are these backlinks, how strong are they? And there's two different factors. So DR is kind of the strength. How strong are those in their own right? Are those links coming back to you? And the UR is how much does Google already trust them? So this is on a scale of 0 to 100, and you're scoring at about a 13 for each. And this ratio is awesome because the ratio you want is for it to be as close to 1 as possible. In other words, you want those websites linking back to you be as trustworthy as they are powerful. So that's why that ratio is great. But it's really when and if we look just briefly, if we look back at the top competitor, he's at a 9 and a 16. So, truly you're higher on that and your ratio is better. You just probably aren't quite getting as much keywords. That's one of those factors. And then for Gator Air, we can look at, they're at a 12 and a 4.7. So there's some disparity there, which could hurt them. But it really kind of all comes down to how strong and how powerful are those links. But once all those things come together, your content, your backlinks, your citations, that's when you begin ranking higher and higher and more customers find you. So I hope this information is helpful. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded so that you can hopefully get it before our meeting in about 15 minutes. I do apologize about being a little bit later getting it to you, but would love to talk to you more about your goals, and I can even do more research and figure out exactly what might be realistic for your business and what it would take to reach those goals. Again, hope this was helpful. My name is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Thanks so much for watching.